Let's see what we have for you today. Beautiful day, beautiful soul. And welcome back to Love, Peace, and Happiness Tarot. Coming to you live once again from Las Vegas. I go by Melinda NailFanatic. You can call me Mel. And I'm back to deliver this latest timeless collective channel message from the download series. So if you're here, it's by divine design. Where it resonates, pick it up and run with it. Where it doesn't, leave it where you found it. Either way, make your choices and decisions responsibly today, because you'll always have the consequences and repercussions to pay. You have questions, I have answers. You can find those facts below the video in the description box. Okay, so we pulled your alpha and omega messages. We pull them first, we read them last. They're like the bow that spirit ties on this whole message. And what does it benefit us to know at this time? Well, let's start with where we're at on this enchanted map, okay? We have the talisman coming out. It's card number 49, okay? The talisman, a sacred object from the book. Let's see what it has to say. A lesson truly learned is crystallized as earned wisdom. You have all you need for the success you seek. Wisdom allows you to recognize traps on the road and familiar patterns that you want to avoid. It also enables you to quickly gather information about where you are on your journey. It helps you recognize your allies and know how to find the best routes along the way. Now you're at a place where you know the right things to do and the best choices to make. You really can't commit a mistake. Whatever your inquiry, a great fortune awaits you, for you have the wisdom to arrive at the right decision. You've learned your lessons and earned the right to your success. So that's the upright meaning. They want me to go ahead and read the reverse meaning as well. And it says a reverse talisman card warns that you must be aware of the repetitive patterns in your life. Sometimes the things that feel most familiar carry with them reminders of what you don't want to experience again. Yet, here you are, faced with an important choice. You can move forward cautiously, or you can look for another path that will take you in a new direction. Consider this: if you've fallen down a hole a few times, why wouldn't you walk around it this time? If you know where the hole lies, treasure that wisdom. Although the universe is unlimited, every individual path has some limitations. Accepting that not all avenues are available to you at this time is a powerful realization. That said, you don't have to retrace your footsteps either. No matter what, you're on this path to gain greater wisdom, regardless of the choice you make. This is a time to ask others who have been here before for advice and assistance. Their wisdom will awaken your own. So this message is going to resonate different for all of you, because you're also uniquely individual, but we're also so connected that the message works for all of us. Either we're learning to recognize the repetitive patterns so we don't end up in the same difficult situation, or we have learned to recognize those patterns and now we're moving differently than we had in the past. So the talisman is our first message out, and I'm being called to pull from the Work Your Light Oracle next. So let me grab this off the shelf and see how we can work our light while we're in this situation of using and applying the wisdom that we've gathered. So important. You know, wisdom without application is just not very beneficial at all. It just doesn't serve us if we don't use what we know. Okay? So let's see what we have and how to work your light in this situation. It says, Imrama, where are you being called to journey to? So the journey is being highlighted in this as we have the talisman looking out at the road ahead, and then the Imrama called, where you're being called to is highlighting the journey again. So Life is a journey, okay? And I'm hearing this song, life is a highway, I wanna ride it all night long. So with that, they're showing me to pull from the Sacred Traveler to get some guidance on how we can travel wisely at this step of the journey, because there is some wisdom that we have, whether it's barely picking that up because we're barely seeing the pattern, or whether it's we being gathered it, and so now it's time to apply it. And then they're also saying, like, pattern recognition is a big deal. Everybody that has pattern recognition doesn't always understand what a gift it is to have the pattern recognition. So pattern recognition is a skill, a gift. It's an ability. It's a talent. It's a skill. If you can look at your own experience and recognize the patterns, you definitely have the wisdom. So what's the best step to take at this point in the journey? Thank you. This one comes out. And it is the narrow pathway. Tread thoughtfully. Be aware that if you, and they talked, thank you. I'm getting cut off with so many thoughts, so much downloads. So there's like, you've already know that if you fall off the side of this bridge, it's a very narrow bridge. It could be very detrimental for you. So there's the energy here of being very wise in the way you walk. You want to make sure that you plant your feet someplace that can carry you. You want to make sure that you hold on to the side rails so you don't lose your balance. Tread thoughtfully. Be very wise of the steps you take right now. Yes, I'm hearing as it sets a tone for the days ahead. Okay, they're giving, they're showing me the energy of like calendar year 2026 is just beginning, and it's like if we tread wisely at this time, we will be able to make our journey ahead smoother, easier, not so full of fucking peril. I'm hearing not so fucking full of peril. In other words, if we decide, we can make a step that could cause a big fall for us, which I'm hearing setbacks. So let's find out. I'm being guided to the Wisdom of the House of Night deck. What is the potential challenge that we want to avoid at this time? So there's something to be avoided at this time. Let's see what it is that we should avoid using the Wisdom of the House of Night Oracle. Thank you for the growth on our channel. Thank you for holding down the energy the way you do where you be. Thank you for being willing to see more of you and help in the process, be a contributing factor to the elevating of the vibration and the consciousness for all humanity. Each one of you contributes to that higher consciousness percentage that exists, right? Each one of us contributes to that. And so there's a lot of gratitude coming through for that. But let's see, what is it that we should avoid at this time in order to tread thoughtfully in this journey that we're being called to, applying wisdom? What's the potential downfall that exists that Spirit wants us to be aware of so that we don't take that step? What should the tribe avoid? And there it is. It fell out. And so, oh, interesting. Individuality. Interesting, because the way it came out. So the trap we want to avoid is thinking, first off, that you're so alone. That you're so alone that you're the only one that's going through. The other thing that came out was getting yourself, like getting too full of yourself, letting it go to your head and, blowing your head up to the size of a balloon so that it could get popped easily. Giving me very much ego. Like, don't get so full of yourself with that ego energy. Individuality. You are unique, and you are important yourself. But don't think that other people don't have the same energy going on. Like, yes, you are unique. Yes, you are important. You're not the only one. Yeah. So likewise, in this journey, wherever you're at, remember that you're not the only one who's in this stage of the journey that has to realize, like, it's important to step wisely to apply the lessons from the past. So I'm hearing anywhere where you release yourself from old cycles and old patterns, you want to realize that, first off, you're not the only one that's done that. People have done that before you. People will do that after you. And some people did it with you. But at the same time, you don't want to get yourself where you get caught up into going back into the old patterns that have long existed, where you forget that you're connected to all that is, to all the groups, to all the people. Okay. So if that's what we should avoid, they're giving me the Mahabharata. So as far as what should be applied, what should we apply in this energy now? So from the Mahabharata Oracle, what should we apply? Okay, and they already gave us the narrow pathway saying to tread thoughtfully, but let's build upon that information with a little bit more. Thank you. Okay, and I have 3 cards coming out. Justice. Let justice stand for you. Let the truth be made known to you. I see that you already know this, okay? You already know this. Your truth will stand up for you. It will speak for you. It will go ahead of you, and it will. So justice, in this sense, they're showing me like you have not felt guilty about what you have done or where you're at, because you see the wisdom behind it, because you detected the patterns, because you could see repetitive things that just kept happening that were unbeneficial. So you do have the justice on your side, because you're not declaring yourself guilty, because you don't feel like you have to lie, cheat, swindle, hide, and all that stuff. When a person feels like they have to hide and lie and cheat and swindle, they already have pronounced themselves guilty. So that's set done. Okay, that's set and done. But in this sense, like justice is on your side. You have confidence in that right now for your best interest. Let me see. And then the abundance card came out facing us, which lets us know that you also are aware. I'm hearing that abundance comes from within. So allow that to serve your best interest as well. Anywhere where you get into moments where, and they're saying that it's momentary, where doubt comes through, where you start to feel a lack of abundance, remind yourself of how abundant you truly are. Whether it's with the ideas, whether it's with love, whether it's with generosity, whether it's with kindness. Notice where the abundance is. They said if you have to count the blades of grass, if you have to count the ants coming out of the anthill, if you have to realize how deeply you can breathe and still have an abundance of air, if you have to look at how many are the hairs on your head, if you have to look at how many ideas you have, how many creative things you've done, if you have to look at how many times people smile at you or tell you thank you or whatever it is, they're saying it doesn't matter what your point of focus specifically is, as long as it is truly abundant, that it benefits you to continue to look at what's abundant in you and for you and in your best interest, that the focus in abundance is going to be wise. And that's part of our treading thoughtfully on this narrow path. So the card that came out face down, which is telling me you may not know this. So let's see. It's intuition. Oh, wow. So they really want you to reflect upon all the ways and all the times where your intuition has served you well, and all the ways and the times where it seemed like your intuition didn't serve you well. However, it was a training process. It was a process of learning to understand, hear, to interpret the intuition, okay, to receive the messages. So thankful and grateful for your beautiful presence, okay? I see Kat. I see Astro, Rupam, Kansas, Hola Chola. One of my close friends says that to me all the time, so thank you for saying that. And here I am when you want me. Thank you, Hadeen, Nolan, Jody Nolan, thank you. Okay, sorry. Steve, welcome. Lucretia, welcome. Jamie, okay. So let's get into our tarot. And I do want to work with the Stranger Things tarot again. But before we do that, Spirit is saying, yeah, pull a spread from my deck of spreads to see what's the perfect spread to use to receive the perfect message that Spirit has for us today. So let's see what we have. Thank you for all the love. Thank you for liking these videos. Thank you for making sure you're still subscribed every time you come back and tapping the bell for the live notifications. Thank you for watching all the shorts that we produce for you as well. Thank you for those of you who actually come through and get your nails done with me. I appreciate that. Thank you for your love donations. It means so much. It's so helpful. So grateful. Let's see what spread came out for us today. And it's the life spread. It's a 4-card spread. So I see right now immediately, I can see with it only being 4 cards, we're going to layer this. But we're going to go ahead and start with the life spread. So this is about life. This is about the journey overall. And what I like about this spread is it touches on main areas in our life. So let's see. Hey, Freddie. What is the message here? The life spread, please. For the love and peace and happiness, try here at this time by divine design. For their highest, lightest, and brightest good. For their overall love, peace, health, wealth, and happiness, praise in all our days. Okay, let's see. In finances, show me the situation, the message, what it benefits us most to know about finances. Thank you. Wow, and we have the 3 of Scoops coming out, which is 3 of Pentacles energy. They're saying the way you work with what you have and acknowledge that you have anything to work with builds more. Okay. So that's what we have about finances. 3 of Pentacles. Finances, thank you. They're also saying finances are being created for you. There is more finances being created because of the focus on the fact that you have something to work with. You're lending to that. But Spirit is like, yeah, we wanted to see how you could work with what you have before we could give you more to be steward over. In other words, you are the caretaker for a certain amount of prosperity and financial abundance, but you had to be in this state of, give me the word, in this state of appropriate stewardship over what you already have. So Spirit's like, yeah, we needed to make sure that you were going to handle what we already gave you right before we give you some more. So make sure you keep being wise about that and not being a fool. I'm hearing not throwing the money after useless, pointless causes. It's okay for you to have priorities, okay? Because they're showing me like you're in this building phase. So I see some more details specific. Somebody about 3 children, 3 people, 3 jobs. If you've got 3 jobs, that's definitely for you. And I don't feel like these are full-time jobs. I feel like it's like 3 things you do. You know, okay, I'm going to leave that there because that's very specific. Go into the romances in our second position in the life spread about this journey and treading thoughtfully. How does it apply in romances? What do we have in romances? We have the 5 of Strands, 5 of Wands energy. And the light bulb is lit all the way up. And it's telling me that with 5 of Wands in regards to romances, there's people that are interested in you. If you're single, you're getting a lot of attention. Anywhere where you're in a relationship, there could be some problems. And anywhere where you're single, I feel and see that you could be like, I don't even know if I want to do this. Is the energy. There's a back and forth with all the 5s. But that back and forth, thank you. They're saying the back and forth is a tempering that happens. So there's something going on in romances where there's room to learn from actions, room to learn from experiences, room to learn from the challenges. So there's some sort of challenges in romances. You are lit up, but it's like all the opportunities around you that just doesn't feel like it's compatible. I'm hearing it doesn't feel like they align with you. So you're noticing right now in romances, regardless of your status, you're noticing that there's some disharmony anywhere where there's disharmony. And I'm hearing about lifestyles. It's about behaviors. It's about mannerisms. It's about goals. There's difference. There's some disharmony that's being noticed. So whether that's you've been with this person for 5 months and now you're starting to see the mess, okay? Or whether this, and they're brought up pattern recognition, okay? Somebody you've been, again, somebody's detailed specific. You've been living with this person for 5 months. After 5 months of living with them, you could see that they're very messy to live with. That's caused some problems, okay? So if that's you, they're just confirming for you that they can see you and this message is for you. But Five of Wands is there. So let me see in the family position now. Our third position is about family. What do we have about the journey, treading thoughtfully? Okay. And it's the Seven of Strands, which is Seven of Wands energy. Seven of Wands is very much a perseverance card. It's a card of standing your ground. It's a card, it's a defensive position. So in regards to family, I heard everybody is not to be treated the same. So whatever your position is, it's like worth defending your position. The Seven of Wands also shows a person who is defending a king of the hill type of position against attacks. So in family, there is an energy where you have to make sure that you take care of you. And then that for some is looking like they want to attack you and get you to do things for them, because it's Wands energy. So it's about actions and ambition and motivation and drive. There's also wherever you and your family are in cooperation, because I see the three together again, three energy. Wherever your family is in cooperation, it's healthy. You guys are conducive to growth with one another, and you know there's harmony in the family. They're saying, yeah, that's worth protecting, not just inviting something or someone in to come in and violate and disrespect that. You know, it's like the circle is small and not just anybody could get into the circle of trust. Okay. Guidance for growth in our fourth position. What's the guidance for growth, please? What's the guidance for growth? There it is. The Six of Strands. Okay. It may be a tight squeeze, but you'll get through. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. Six of Strands. Recognizing yourself and allowing yourself to be recognized by the others. Okay. Guidance for growth. Okay. Anywhere where you've been very defensive and blocked off, they're saying you might want to be more receptive. You might want to be more receptive to what somebody is, somebody who wants to be of assistance to. I heard it. Oh, thank you. It's not about somebody. It's about the tools you have to assist you through this. That's your path of success. Okay, so being more receptive to what tools do I have available to me to make it through this tight spot. Okay, bottom of the deck is the Magician. I got the power. That's what I heard immediately, because they're saying, yes, you have the power. You have power in this situation. We have one Pentacle card and three Wands cards in our 4-card spread. There's something significant about that. Fire sign energy and earth sign energy is on the table. Okay. So one of the things that's going to help with growth, I'm hearing, is the recognition and awareness of how far you've come to get to this place. The unexpected income card fell to the ground, but I wasn't done shuffling. So there's a message in that, and it will be amazing if it comes out again. But I'm going to go ahead and put that back and continue with my shuffling. I'm using the Kipper deck for our next layer to see what else Spirit will show us. And they're showing me in the Kipper deck, they want to show me your energy, specifically your energy in these experiences, in these different positions that we have. So let's see some more, please, and thank you. Show me the tribe's energy in regards to the Three of Pentacles and finances as they're on this narrow pathway, treading thoughtfully to where they're being called to journey to, because they have the wisdom to get through. They're not being too full of their self. Oh, I heard they know that they are worthy and deserving, and that it's only right. I'm hearing birthright. Wow, the Thief is in reverse in finances. So this is showing me where anywhere where you have been leaking your money, where there's been a hole in your pocketbook, where you've been dropping change on things that didn't make no sense. So I see like somebody ended up with all these different video game or app subscriptions on your phone. I see somebody going through, cutting all that off. Like anywhere where you notice that, like I even see somebody who is changing their debit card because somebody got a hold of your information. They said, don't worry, that money is going to be returned to your account. It'll be proven as fraud. They said, don't worry about that. But the other thing about this is, where you used to be worried a lot about people stealing from you and taking from you, there's not that need to focus in that so much anymore, because what you realize is the more you are afraid of it happening, the more it would happen. So there's this energy of what's mine is mine and it can't be taken from me. Okay, what you're meant to get, thank you. What you're meant to get has your name on it and only you can cash it. And then they showed me the light is coming to bring back everything the darkness stole. So I see a return. I see that in the past there has been some loss. So I see refunds. I see a company that you pay bills to every month and they took way more than they were supposed to. Well, that's coming back. You don't even know that's happening. I'm hearing it was an internal audit. There's an internal audit that is going to see something that was taken from you inappropriately being returned to you financially. We are talking about finances. So money is coming back to you. Somebody gets caught. Somebody gets caught and what's yours is being returned to you financially. I also see on a larger scale energy where a lot of the tribe has been in this place of thinking that it's like somebody was siphoning money from your energy field, whether that idea was by the use of magic and spell work, or whether that was by like embezzling or getting somehow tapping into. It's like somebody kept checking their bank account and it's like the money that was supposed to be there was not there, but there's no accounting for how it left the bank, and you have precise records. So yeah, that's all going to be restored. Magically, it will be restored. They said when it's magically restored, it's like all that money is going to show up because you made a fuss about it. That money is going to show up in your account. And when it does, close it down and get a different account. They're saying move the money to another account when you figure out that money has been returned. It is going to be returned because I'm hearing that issue is a lot larger than you're aware of. And they don't want, whoever is doing it doesn't want to raise the red flags is the way I'm hearing it. And they're saying, and you calling and making a fuss about it is exactly what they don't want. So to quiet you, they're going to pay your account back what was taken. They're saying, but the fact that you received that back, I heard their downfall and their turmoil has already been created because now they're worried about getting caught. They're worried about people noticing, and because they're worried about it, they're going to create that situation and circumstance for themselves where the people are going to notice where the money has been stolen from them. It's going to be returned to them. Again, they're giving me a phrase that says huge rebates, and it feels very large. It feels like it touches a lot of people's lives. So I also see, and they're zooming out, so they're showing me that this is on a large scale. A lot of people in this, a lot of people, and it's going to touch the tribe very much so, have been doing what they ought to do. And then there's going to be rebates and returns, huge rebates coming back to people. And they're not giving me any more specific details about that. Okay. So tribe, somebody here has realized like you've got, they're going back to the subscriptions thing. Somebody's realizing like you've got subscriptions where you pay for uninterrupted access to this television program thing, that one. It's like Netflix and Vudu and Hulu and Apple Plus, Apple TV and Disney Channel. And it's like somebody's realizing like, oh my God, I've been spending like $500 a month on these apps. And you cut it down to one or two. You're like, I don't even watch all of these, but I'm paying for them every month. So I see like a financial review of where your money is actually going and where it's being utilized and where it's just like a hole in your wallet or in your bank account. So there's that in finances. Let me see tribes, energy, and romances, please. Thank you. This card came right out. And it says courthouse. Okay, so and then the first card we had there was the Five of Wands energy. Okay. So in regards to romances, I do see what's standing out more here is an energy of separating yourself from people that are not in harmony with you. Like, how can you be having a romance with somebody who is competing with you? with somebody who's not on your side. Like a romantic connection is supposed to be harmonic, supportive, building on both sides of the table. It should help you to see the best parts of you. It should support your soul's growth and evolution. It should support your purpose and your passion, even if you're not the same. Yeah, they're showing me this couple that I met yesterday, and they were married couple, and they were very different in appearance, extremely different. One was very gothy, and the other was very urban, but they each other, and they've been married for 9 years. And one of the things that came up in conversation was that the one said, the gothy one said that her wife allowed her to just be however she was, and it was very healing for her to just feel accepted, and that her wife always encouraged her to really pursue her goals, do what she wants to do, rather than trying to control. So the message that I'm seeing, they're showing me that relationship, and they're showing me the way that woman felt. In romance, is anywhere where you are feeling that you have to control that other person, and whether it's for their good or whatever type of way, like you have to drive them, guide them all the time, motivate them, tell them what to do and how to do it, for whether it's for their good or bad. Like you're just realizing, like, what am I doing? I don't need to be doing this anymore. And they're saying, and that's going to break some unhealthy energy around you when you realize that, because the control window is open in that experience, because you're trying to control somebody. The other part is I see the other side of this that they're showing me. So it's going to apply differently for all of you, once again, as it always does. But they're showing me anywhere where somebody has been trying to push you to do, so that somebody was trying to assert dominance and control over you, to get you to do what they want you to do, to get you to move, react, or be a certain way. And that is not functioning anymore. So some are gonna separate. Okay, with the courthouse, it's like somebody here, there's I really hate to say this, but they just showed it to me very plainly, that there's been a fight, and this fight results in legal action, and that's going to be the end of that romance right there. The other thing is, I see anywhere where you're one who resonates with, you're single and you're ready to mingle, but you keep meeting people who you can see they don't qualify. They don't meet the standards. They're not ticking off the boxes. It's not working. You're going to stand on that business, okay? Because we're not trying to, I heard hire no liabilities in the romance department. Not trying to hire any liabilities in the romance department. Okay. In regards to the family position, this chosen, you need a personal reading. Look below the video. This isn't the correct place to ask that type of question, but if it's worth knowing the answer, I would love to help you. The information you need is below the video in the description box to get a personal. I'm not here to answer personal questions right now. I'm here to deliver the collective message that Spirit has decided is most necessary for us and most beneficial for us. So stick around if that's for you. Family, in our third position, we had the 7 of Wands. Show me the tribe's position in regards to family, please, and thank you. So what do we have? The main female. The main female, 7 of Wands. And so she stands, if these are the 3 children, she stands in a protective position, okay? In a protective position. She's the main female. So you're the center of everything. You're the hub of the family. So it is important for you to take care of yourself. I see a lot of, whether you're male or female, I see single parent action, right? If you're a man and this is applying to you, it can be challenging for you, because you feel like with your children, like I have to be dad, and I have to also make sure to take care of whatever the traditional mom's role is. But they're giving you a huge shout out, because they're like, yeah, you're not allowing the traditional role. You look at yourself as a parent. not as mom and dad. You just look at yourself as a whole parent. And they really love the way you have this self-perspective basic. It's very healthy and it's very upbuilding. And they're loving what you're contributing to the consciousness of humanity for males in particular, because there's been a lot of taboo. Like I saw this one, I saw this one TikTok, and this is a perfect explanation. Like so many men didn't for years, and that's shifting in this energy, but they acknowledge that. But so many men would not step foot in the kitchen. Like that was a woman's place. At a barbecue maybe, but not in the kitchen, right? But they showed me, they brought back the memory of this TikTok that I had seen once, and this guy is like, yeah, I learned how to cook. He said, because my mom told me when I was a kid that I'm ugly, and so I'm not going to have a woman to come take care of me, so I have to learn how to cook for myself. And it's like now he's all grown up and he cooks for himself, and he does have a wife and all that stuff. But it was like the energy of getting out of this programmed idea of what a man is supposed to do and what a woman's supposed to do. It's like you are people, you live on the earth, you should all know how to do these things. Okay, we should all know how to do these things. I'm hearing, and it's wise of us to teach our children how to do these things. So there's this energy here too in the family, that one of the things is consistency. I heard 7 days a week. Teach your children how to do chores, how to do the things. Like imagine if your child lived on their own. And they're saying you can start young. They're actually showing me when my grandchildren were very little, and they wanted to help clean. So I put the vacuum in their hands. I put the mop in their hands. And yeah, I'd have to go behind them and correct it. But they started learning very young. Okay. They're showing that, even small children can pick up their own toys and put their toys away and put their shoes away and put their clothes away, things like that. They can help. They might not do it perfect, but they're saying that's wise. So there's this energy of training the children to be self-sufficient. They're saying remembering that you will not always be there to cater to the children is wise, because if they are able to live on their own, that will be because they had some home training that assisted them on the mundane things of life. Like they're showing me, I've had conversations with clients across the nail table about different ones that they've met in their jobs, in their life, in their works or whatever, who like they don't know how to wash laundry, they don't know how to cook, they don't know how to clean, and they're just at a loss. Their life is chaos because they don't know how to do these things. And so everyday living, like I'm surprised we need to bring that up in the tarot reading. And I just heard that, yeah, it's a huge confirmation for you, because I hear you get pushback. I hear you get pushback from other people who think that you should cater to your children while they're at home, while they're little, etc., this and that. Being a little kid is yes, it's a time to play, it's a time to discover the world and all this fun stuff. However, it's also adult training time. If you don't also incorporate teaching them how to be adults, then one day they're going to wake up as adults and they will have zero practice. We don't want to do that to our children. Okay, so they are saying that, yes, let them play, let them have fun, let them be children, let them discover the world. Also make time for training. They need training so that if anything were to happen to you, or when they wake up and they're adults and they have to, like they know what to do, how to handle it. And they're even showing me things such as what bills look like, how to read a bill, how to manage a bank account, how to use a debit card, how to pay the bill, how to go online and pay the bill. They're saying, do you know how fun it would be for your child to learn how to log on to the power bill company online and submit the payment online? And that is home training that some children don't know. Then they turn into adults and then their stuff is a mess because nobody taught them. And if you're one of those adults, put something in the comments. Let me know. Like, yeah, I had a hard time figuring out. I will put my comment right here. My mother used to do all the cleaning. Do you know how much it was for me to learn how to actually clean? Like, it was a big deal to learn how to clean and make myself clean because my mother did all the cleaning. The only thing I had to do was dishes. She did the laundry. She did the bathroom. She did the kitchen. She did all the stuff, right? So mommy, daddy, it's great to love your children. It's great to cater to them. It's great to also teach them so that they're not at a loss and they don't have to now, as they're adults and they're semi-set in their ways, to try to build a new habit when you can help instill these useful habits in them from a young age. Well, that was a lot longer than I intended for it to be. But again, there was no intention anyways. We just channel through what needs to come through. What's the guidance for growth in this? Let me see the tribe's energy in this Six of Strands, Six of Wands energy, and the guidance for growth on this journey. They're saying you make it through all the tough spots. Give acknowledgement to all the tight squeezes you've come through. It's like self-acknowledgement, self-appreciation. Like, okay, thank you. They're saying they're bringing back a conversation I once had with a random stranger who asked, and he was older. I don't remember his exact age, but he said, may I offer you some unsolicited advice? I was like, sure. He said, if I was younger, if I could go back to your age, the one thing I would do differently, he said, was I would sit longer in the energy of my success. He said, because as soon as we accomplish one goal, we tend to just immediately move to the next goal. And so we're always trying to accomplish something. He said, but rather than that, what would have assisted me more would be had I paid more attention to the successes that I had already accomplished. So linger in the energy of success is coming through with the Six of Wands energy, because Six of Wands is about recognition. It's about sitting on your high horse. It doesn't mean you have to go brag to everybody else about what you did, because now you could look like a whole jackass, but it's not about how they perceive you anyways. But in your own head and with your own self, yes, brag. Boom, baby. In this sense, they want you to boost yourself up, build yourself up in your successes. And they're saying, just by the way energy flows and works, if you focus more on the successes and linger in your successes, you're going to attract more success. So every day it's like, wow, I successfully got up and washed my butt and got dressed and got myself together and I went to work. I was on time. I kept a good attitude in traffic. I got the kids off with lunch, whatever you do, right? Success, not just the everyday things, but yes, the everyday things too, because so many of you are having successes all day long, but you don't acknowledge that they're successes. Because see, there's a lot of people that didn't get up and wash their butt or get ready. They didn't get off on time. They didn't pack the lunch for the kids. They didn't have a good attitude in traffic. Acknowledging your successes in little ways, and then also those big accomplishments, whatever they are, they're going to be different for all of you, very specific to you. But they're saying, you know how many people didn't pay their rent last month, and you did. Acknowledge your success. They're saying, you know how many people didn't get the landscaping. Thank you. The lawns taken care of, the landscaping taken care of. You got that done. Okay. How many people didn't go get their car fixed? You fixed your car. Whatever it was, acknowledge your successes. And they're saying definitely the bigger things. Like you graduated college, you graduated high school, you started a business, you started a blog, you started a movement, you started a book, you produced something, you did that. Okay. Those successes are huge. The card that came out, let's look at it now. Card number 13, the wealthy man. This is the tribe's energy in this energy of success. Wealthy man. Now, somebody immediately had a poverty consciousness moment because they said, oh, my bank account does not look like I'm a wealthy man. But Spirit said, you are the wealthy man in this. And they said, it's wise for you, if you could detach some mentally, at least for moments, from the idea that being the wealthy man only is translated through your bank account. Boy, that would serve you so well. They're saying the guidance for you, because this is the guidance for growth. Notice what you have. You have so much, okay? And you are the wealthy man. They're saying you are the wealthy man. Now, they're showing me this. I've seen these before. It's been a long time since I've seen these little clocks. The back is facing us, but this is a clock. I heard it's only a matter of time. I'm hearing with consistency and acknowledgement of your success, of your accomplishments, it's only a matter of time until that continues to grow and spread. It's awesome. Bottom of the deck, what do we have? The house. This is about you. This is about how you show up. And this spread is very all-encompassing. So this is perfect that the house comes out. So, interesting. So they're showing me now the manifestation tarot to be our third layer on this spread. And tap in a little bit more. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, we can do that. So we're going to do this one. And then I'm going to shuffle it one more time, and then I'm actually going to set it aside. They said before I do the manifestation tarot, though, the Kabbalah Oracle is going to show something that is presenting as a challenge and opportunity. Other side of the table energy, the environment, what you're dealing with, the experience that is not from your energy, because the last oracle card was your energy. So this is the energy that surrounds you, what you need to know, what benefits you to know. Again, about these 4 positions: finances, romances, family, and guidance for growth. So starting with finances, where you had the 3 of Pentacles energy talking about, you're in a great place for building. You're in a creative space. And then also with the Thief in reverse, it talked about figuring out, where it was wasteful spending, and also now not allowing any room for anybody to be stealing from you, and not also not throwing away your finances on things that you don't even use. Okay, so show me what's in the ambiance, what's in the energy, what's in the environment around the tribe regarding finances. What does it benefit us to know? Thank you. The benefactor, hold on, I'm holding whole deck in reverse. What you don't know. Oh, and didn't I tell you the light is coming to bring back everything the darkness stole? There in the finances position, this is awesome that this just came out. Let me upright this whole deck so I don't pull it in reverse on accident again, because if it flips in reverse, it's meant to be. But this deck was in upside down, and they said put it upright. There's a benefactor. Somebody wants to benefit you, right? I'm hearing life. This is in your energy. So for some, this is going to translate into a specific person that wants to come in and be a financial benefit, because whatever you're doing, one of the things I heard, because you help catch the criminals. Okay, so however that applies, but okay, back to however that applies. They're saying, yes, because something you do, it's like a movement you do is benefiting the community. Whatever you're involved in, whatever you've created, there's somebody who wants to contribute it because they see how it's benefiting the community, and you help stop the criminals. Okay, but this benefactor is there. So with the benefactor energy being in the environment for the tribe, this says that helpful hands are abounding. Like there's a abundance of helpful hands. So sometimes those helpful hands are just strictly financial benefactors, right? And sometimes it's coming in this way and that way, different ways. Show me some of those ways in what you're speaking of. Make it clearer. Financial benefactor, this is tips. Anybody who works in the tipping industry, anybody who receives donations, anybody who thank you. They're showing connections coming in and supporting with the connections. This is like the right word of mouth getting to the right ears that increases your finances. This is like you're in this energy where life and people are supporting the growth of your finances. I told you you were in a prime place to grow from. So your headspace is going to be everything, because while I'm telling you all these amazing things that are in the energy working for you, you could believe it, or you could sit up there and talk stuff about it right now, and that'll start you down that journey, which is why they said tread thoughtfully. You have to tread thoughtfully. Be wise. When somebody tells you that something beautiful is probable for you, it's likely, it's in the cards. When you see that idea that is likely, that's in the cards, don't kill the dream yourself. I'm hearing don't kill the manifestation, the materialization yourself. And some water. Okay. So the benefactor is here. That's awesome. It's letting me know that helpful hands, donations, thank you. High-end, loyal, consistent, generous clientele. The support is there. The energy is supportive in this position that you're in of being ready to grow. And I'm hearing, and what also benefits you was also that review where you check is there room, has there been wasteful spending, has there been unwise investments, anywhere where there's been leaking, anywhere where you had different individuals around you that were stealing from you or borrowing from you and never paying back, or people that were just there using you for your financial overflow. anywhere where you've dealt with that, like that's super beneficial, because that is part out here. Getting that out of the way is part of what allows the benefactor to show up. The benefactor will not arrive as long as you're paying for your demons to suck out the life from you. Long, dramatic pause. In regards to romances, the energy is the Pandora's box. Pandora's box as the energy of what's around you. No wonder we have the courthouse and the Five of Wands. Pandora's box was all kinds of troubles. When it got open, it was all kinds of troubles. So there's this energy of realizing like, this is not the time and this is not the energy. These are not the people, because they got a whole lot of problems. You don't know what's going to come out of it, but there's a whole lot of problems there. They're actually guiding me to grab the book out of the box and read about the Pandora's box, because what I said was just off of what Spirit showed me, but they want me to read. There's something in this book that's going to speak more specifically about the Pandora's box. There's something they want me to read to you, that they want you to hear about it. This book is a little long-winded, so let's see what it says. Jupiter gave Pandora, the first mortal woman, a box containing all the blessings of the gods, but when she opened it, all the blessings flew out. All that is except hope, which was at the bottom. So this is way different than what I have heard before. The old saying, count your blessings, may prove invaluable here. Much of what you relied on may now have deserted you, but look for what is left, because that will be your real hope for the future. Perhaps you still have a choice to open Pandora's box. If so, consider your options wisely. It may not yet be time to do so, or it may be someone else's task. There's no point in stirring up needless trouble. A situation is full of prickly problems, a decision where to act or not, being ready to face the consequences of your own actions. So there is, again, even though they said it was all the blessings flew out, right? So it was a box of blessings and all the blessings flew out. There's something about here, like if you get involved in a relationship that is bringing a whole bunch of challenges and problems, and somebody's got a whole lot of issues going on, there goes your blessings. So wisely, hold them to that checklist, hold them to the standards. Not with the demanding energy, like you must do this. No, that's that control again. In other words, hold yourself to the checklist and the standards. Don't get into it unless you see that it actually works, because in this energy right now, it's not the time. So, baby, you found this reading for a reason. And in regards to romances, you're better off in the position that you're in, not stirring up the trouble, not stirring up the shit pot. They're saying, yeah, with this benefactor energy coming in financially, this wealthy man energy you're showing up in, this main female energy you're showing up in, now's not the time to bring in a romance, because that's going to, I'm hearing, distract because of the problems, because of the disharmony and vibration. You don't need those problems. I heard 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. Okay, so in our next position of family, what's the energy in the ambiance? Okay, so anybody that's been trying to hit on you, trying to date you in romance, they got a lot of problems going on. This gonna make your blessings fly away, baby. Don't even do it. Okay, family, that's the message. If it don't resonate, leave it here. But yeah, somebody really don't want to hear that. Somebody don't want to hear it so bad, but they know I'm right, and they gonna go do it anyways, and then they gonna faffo. They gonna fork around and find out. Let me see in the family position, what's the energy around thirst? They're hungry. I heard hungry for knowledge. Somebody has children that are really hungry to learn right now. It would be wise for you to take some time to teach them stuff, which goes back to what we were already saying. On the other side of it, you're standing your ground against some thirsty family members. What they thirsty for? They want your car, they want your house, they want your money, they want your time, they want something from you. And they're giving me bloodsuckers. They're saying bloodsuckers because they like to use the blood tie as the reason why they should be granted a full access pass to your life, your bank account, your house, your car, your fridge, your whatever it is. Okay. So, yeah, tread thoughtfully. Do I really want to do this? Am I doing this because I'm feeling forced to do this? Am I doing this because somebody's trying to make me feel guilty? I heard guilt trip. Somebody trying to give you a guilt trip. Well, you know, you got it and I don't. I mean, there's a reason for that. I'm hearing there's a reason for that. They're wanting something. I see somebody who feels very detached from their family. I heard, and that's okay. Somebody they're detached from alcoholic family members, and this isn't people that, you know, socially drink and have a few drinks and then they go about their business. No, I'm seeing blackout drunk, act fucked up, fighting, don't remember what the fuck they did tomorrow, breaking shit, stealing shit, doing stupid shit, getting DUIs and accidents and shit. Like, I'm seeing really stupidity, really stupid stupidity about alcoholism, and that's why you don't deal with them. Yeah, let them deal with their own shit. No, they haven't changed. Anywhere where this family that you stand in your ground against, I heard for you and your kids or whatever it is, even if you're by yourself, they're saying anywhere you're standing in your ground, because all they just want is to take and take and take and take. They will take until you ain't got shit to take left. So beware of that. They're saying beware of that. Okay. In the guidance for growth, let's see this ambiance, because you have the recognition card, the success card with the 6 of Wands energy, and then you showed up in this energy as a wealthy man. What's the guidance for growth here for the tribe? Please give us the guidance for growth for the tribe. And the guidance for growth for the tribe is the Witness. Whoa. Wow. Your success is meant to be seen. Not from the people you're blocking, but somehow the word's going to get back to them. Not from the people that you're in a protective position against. It's wise for you to protect yourself. Your success is meant to be seen. The bottom of the deck in the ambiance is the Tempter. The Tempter. There's been an energy around you that has tried to, I'm hearing the word coax, which is like, draw you out, like, come over here, don't go over there. And the over here they were trying to coax you to was opening up the Pandora's box so you could let all your blessings fly out, giving your blessings away to these leechy vampiric family members, right? Giving your blessings away because you are in the position of, baby, something huge is going to transform your life, and it does come up in the finances department. It's important for you to stand your ground. There ain't nobody out there that you're interested in dating. There ain't nobody out there that is qualified to date you right now. So this isn't the time to start dating nobody. In the family members, anywhere where they've been thirsty for what's yours, like, that's why that you need to stand your ground against it. So if you have removed yourself from fake ass romances where people are just trying to compete with you, they're actually jealous of you, they're actually working against you, they don't bring nothing but problems and drama and stress, good on you. Okay, and if you have, in harmony with that, removed yourself from any family members that are just out there to leech off of you, take from you, and all that stuff, good on you, because that's letting me know you're in the perfect position for this benefactor energy, because the light is coming to bring back everything darkness stole. That's what I heard. And so they're saying, yeah, it's meant for you to be, baby, you got a testimony being built in you. There is a testimony being built in you. Tread thoughtfully. Do not just get involved. Oh, they like me so much, I'll just give them a chance. Don't do that shit. Don't do that shit. It ain't gonna work. It's gonna be a problem. It's a distraction. It's to get you to fall off the side of that narrow pathway where, you know, you already know justice and abundance is set up for you. Keep following your intuition. Now that you know your intuition, better keep following that intuition. Okay. And remember that it's not only about you, because as this situation happens, not only will the wealthy man that you are be witnessed, but part of how that's going to be witnessed is because of what you're able to affect change, what you're able to benefit. As you have the benefactor showing up in your life, you are become the benefactor. I hear, because you are willing to Teach and learn at the same time. To learn and teach at the same time, simultaneously. You're learning and teaching and learning at the same time, okay, from the way you move. Now, let's go into the manifestation tarot. And if you know me well, then you know that I actually prefer over manifestation the word materialization, because materialization means to turn it into physical matter, to make it real. Where a manifestation, if you look up the actual definitions, is a list of stuff that's out at sea on a ship. It's also to make something clear or obvious to the mind's eye. Neither of those are in your hand, taste, touch, feel. So I prefer the word materialization. So let's get the position of materializing. That's what we're going to use this deck for. How you materialize that which benefits you in this situation, in these 4 positions. So this is very much like overall guidance in all of these positions. Let me see. In regards to finances, show me the materialization for the tribe. And these cards have affirmations on them. They're not just tarot, but they have affirmations on them. So some of you will want to take note of these affirmations. In regards to finances, you have the King of Swords. It says, my decisions are guided by justice and truth. My decisions are guided by justice and truth. So facts. The King of Swords speaks the facts, sees the facts, knows the facts, learns the facts, communicates the facts. Finances. And I heard cutthroat. You're going to have to be cutthroat about this money, honey, because when they find out, who are they? All of them. When they find out that you got this experience, you can only hide it for so long. You can only keep it secret for so long. But anybody that, oh yeah, it ain't nobody's business. You don't need to be announcing it. However, this benefactor energy shows up for you. At the same time, like cutthroat. So there's going to be, you know, what they call, oh, thank you, sob stories. There's going to be sob stories. There's going to be people trying to, again, use that blood tie connection. Talk about, but we family. You know, I see you doing well. Don't you think you can help me out? First off, they don't need to know what you got. They definitely don't need to know how much it is or where it came from. But you're going to have to be wise about how you use that finances. They're saying, just like you went through and you did the review to see what was like where you were just throwing money down the drain, right? And you recoup that and you stop doing that. The same way, there's this realization that you can't get involved in everybody's everything, and you can't pay for everybody's everything, and you can't give the money to everybody's everything, because the money the finances are there for you for a purpose, okay? The finances are there for you for a purpose. And there is wisdom in asking the finances as you have this overage, this overabundance, this overflow of financial abundance in your life, and prosperity and affluence and thriving and flourishing. They're saying, yeah, it would even be wise for you. So what is this money here for me to do with it? What is the money? The money comes to you for a reason. What does the money want for you to do with it? Because if you follow the harmony of what the energy wants you to do with it, it's you are being, remember I said steward? That's a trusted position. The money is there for you to utilize for a purpose. You want to be in harmony with that, because that's what keeps it flowing. Okay, it's not out here for you to just go buy this brand name, this, and decorate yourself with this, that, and the other. Like, really, it's, yes, you should eat well, you should live well, and all those things. There's nothing wrong with having those things, but that's not the purpose of the money. All those things, I heard all those things will be added unto you. They'll be added unto you. First, do what your soul is called you to do. It's a narrow pathway. You must tread thoughtfully. Be wise of how you utilize the finances. If you already done paid these people's phone bill for the last, I don't know how long, and they still can't manage their phone bill, I don't know what you should tell them. But I know that you shouldn't be letting them know that you have this benefactor now. And now it would be really easy for me to pay your phone bill every month. And, you know, as a matter of fact, I could pay your car note too. And no! As a matter of fact, I see that this benefactor won't show up until you've been realize, like, I don't need to be paying their phone bill all the time. I'm enabling them. I'm not helping them at all, because by now they should be able to afford their phone bill. Okay. Romances, for somebody, it's literally about the phone bill. Romances, please show me the materialization mode for the tribe in regards to romances. What is the most valuable and beneficial guidance you have? This goes in harmony with everything I've been saying about these romances, because it's a 5 of Swords. It says, I choose my battles wisely. Is this a battle worth fighting? These people that are presenting right now are showing up with their issues, their problems, their struggles, their weights, their karmas, their bad decisions that are reaping the consequences of those bad decisions. Is that your fight to get involved in? Or is this not my circus, not my monkeys energy? Okay, not my problem energy. 99 problems and that bitch ain't one. Okay, I didn't break it. I don't have to fix it. My name's Bennett. I'm not in it. However way you want to put this to these people, 5 of Swords. This is a guidance. I choose my battles wisely. That is not your battle to fight. I didn't cause you to get your car repoed. I didn't tell you to get a car in somebody else's name. I didn't tell you to, go declare bankruptcy. Why do I have to pay for your bankruptcy? Why do I have to be responsible for your transportation? We just trying to date. Like, that's doing too damn much. Oh, that's not my battle to fight. That's literally not my problem. Why am I making it my problem again? Oh, am I choosing somebody else's battle? Am I trying to fight their battle for them? But hold on, they're not even wisely fighting their own battles. Let me apply wisdom for myself. I'm gonna get the fuck up out of here. I don't need none of that. None of that. Cutting ties. Again, cutting ties. If you've been sitting up here boo-hooing, worrying about getting in a partnership, you're only fucking yourself up. I'm gonna tell you that right now. You need to be so minding your business that you got plenty of business to mind. What is your business? I love to tell that to people. What you doing today? I'm minding my business. Like, literally minding my business. This channel, what I do here on our channel, this is my business. What I do at my nail salon, that's my business. What I do in my place of living, that's my business. What I do with my kids, that's my business. I'm minding my business, and I have more business to mind for it. That's the mentality for the tribe right now. That's what Spirit is saying. And anybody that don't get with that, they could get the fuck on down the road. They don't have no business being here. Choose your battles wisely. It's a people going through all kinds of stuff out there. Their karmic repercussions is coming home to roost. It's not your job to rescue them, because immediately I just heard, rescue me. Take me in your arms, rescue me. I need your love and charm, because I'm lonely. And I'm blue. I need you and your love to come on and rescue me. Come on, baby. Hell no. Savior complex off. Captain Save a Hoe off. I gotta rescue you and fix you off. Fix her off. Minding my business on. Accountability for myself on. Letting people take accountability for their own shit on. So there's that energy. There's different ones that would love to come get into your energy and romance, and you be their rescuer. But we're not doing, we're doing this. Don't save her. She don't want to be saved. Don't save her. She don't want to be saved. Yes, she does. And she wants you to do it. She might, they might even ask you, I just need your help. Well, who else is going to be there for me? Guilt trips, for real. Like, this is why emotional mastery is important. Okay. And I heard it serves us well to remember that people's lives look the way they constructed them to. People's lives look the way that they constructed them to. One more time for emphasis. Yes, please, and thank you. People's lives look the way that they constructed them to. In other words, the benefactor is showing up for you because you constructed your life to look like that. In other words, somebody got all these problems, all this drama, and they're vampires of people's blessings because that's how they set their energy up to be. Okay, so there's that. Family position came out immediately. I love the way you just got to see that on camera. And again, this is guidance, right? And it's the Page of Wands. Curiosity and adventure guide me. I heard moving on, because we talked about in your environment, there is thirsty ones, but you have put up a protective positioning. You're in a protective stance. You're not falling for the BS. You're just not doing that. And so they're saying, yeah, you're ready for new adventures and curiosities. If you have children, exploring new ideas with your children, you know, good news. It's good news. It's like things keep getting better for your family the more that you have removed yourself from those leechy, vampiric, kahoos. Thank you. They say use a nice word. So that's the guidance about family. Now, for the emphasizing the guidance for growth position, show me the guidance for materialization for tribe. As far as, baby, people are meant to witness you. There's people that's going to witness you in your wealthy man position, in your success. And what do we have? The Queen of Pentacles. Before I even read the affirmation on this, she is our queen of self-development. From every tarot deck, that's always her first meaning. The queen of self-development. Oh, she's the queen that says, mind your business and you'll have more business to mind. Because she's busy minding her business. If her business is a business, which often it is, if her business is a home, a family, whatever it is, her health, it's her business and she's minding it. And so it grows and it grows and it grows and it grows and it grows. Fixed earth energy. Let me see. Caring for myself and others enriches my life with abundance. Minding your business. Because we've talked a lot about who and what you need to leave out. But we also talked about you are being trusted to steward time, energy, finances in this. Using it wisely. Using it wisely. Using it wisely. Okay, not to enable, but to upbuild. So there are ones around you that, you know, maybe you will throw them some change in their account, or donate in their business, or donate to their purpose, or just offer a gift. Maybe it's a tool. So I see somebody who will use their finances. I specifically heard financial windfall. Oh God. And then they showed me the card that fell to the floor. The sudden wealth card fell to the floor. Sudden wealth is showing up. So you will be, it's like, you know, somebody, they do everything they can. They're minding their business, but there's a tool. There's a tool that would benefit their business. And, you know, they might be waiting to invest in it, whatever. You know, they don't know what you just went through, that you just had this windfall because you listen in the spirit who says, shh. But maybe you're anonymously donating the tool. You're anonymously donating the money. You're anonymously donating the ticket. You're anonymously donating. Are you doing it anonymously? Likely, because that's the way this energy showed up. It's like somebody, all of a sudden, they're going to get an Amazon delivery. I see you getting an Amazon, or sending through Amazon with your wealth that you are being trusted to steward. An Amazon delivery to somebody's name and address. They did not buy it. You're not going to put your name on it. But it's going to be exactly what they needed. And you're just going to love hearing the story of it. After a while, somebody's going to catch on. They're going to catch on. But the ones that catch on are the ones that are close enough to you to catch on. And they're going to be, I'm hearing dumbfounded, just amazed, just in awe, awestruck. They're giving me the word awestruck of the way you have moved. And one of the things that appeals so much in their awestruckness about you is the fact that you didn't do this for fucking attention. You didn't do this so that somebody could get up on the mic and, oh, we want to give a special shout out to the tribe because they donated this, blah, blah. That's not what it's about. It's not about the attention. It was about, you have this access and you can support, upbuild, encourage things of value, things that align with your values, and you do. And I'm hearing, and your whole life leading up to here, You have been guided to certain ones, and so many fell off. So many fell off, and the circle is really tiny. So, you know, even though you know a lot of great people, they're not all this close to you, but it doesn't change the fact that they're awesome people. They have great hearts, great intentions, great purpose, whatever that is. So part of the reason that you've crossed paths with all these amazing people, and I'm even seeing somebody like you patronized a business, and you know something about that family-owned business and the quality, the deservability, something like that. So you're going to go in there and you're going to patronize that business again, and you're going to bestow some of these blessings. You're going to be their windfall. You're going to be the benefactor for them, right? But this is why you've come across these awesome people, because when you start businesses, you know who to put in positions. You already have managers. You already have accountants. You already have employees. You know who to put in sales. You know all these different people that you've met along the way. They're not all up in your close personal circle, but you know who they are and you know where to find them. And this is part of you stewarding the wealth. You know which businesses you're going to support. You know which causes are important to you that you'll support. You know where you are going to steward this wealth wisely. And as a huge confirmation, look at the bottom of this deck, baby. Look at the bottom of this deck. It's the Emperor. I am in control. I am in control. You do have power in this. You do have power in this. You do have wisdom in this. They have tried to tempt you. You stood your ground. You're on a narrow pathway, and you have to tread thoughtfully, because what you're doing and what's happening in your life, I'm hearing, my dear chosen one, is not something that happens for everybody. The journey has been long and challenging. You've had to reconstruct your mental processes, your emotional processes, your behavioral processes, and you had to build yourself up from the spirit, from the bottom to the top. You have been reconstructed for this divine and sacred purpose, to steward as the wealthy man. Whether you're male or female, you are the wealthy man. It reminds me of a Cher quote that I heard a long time ago that always stuck with me. Her mother told her, why don't you just meet you a rich man and settle down? And Cher's reply was, I am the rich man, Mom. Not looking for somebody to save her. And you haven't been either. You've transformed into your own savior. You have become the wealthy man in your life. Because you also became the main female, male or female again, but you're the main female in the energy. Somebody here, you're going to take such good care of your mother, because that was part of your big goals, and she deserves it. You saw everything she went through, and here you go. You're going to take all the weight up off of her now. Why? Because there's a benefactor coming into your life. That is part of how you are going to steward this wisely. Somebody here, that mother is not actually your physical mother. That's like a spiritual mom. That's like a person that played the mom role for you. But I am specifically seeing mom. So you have the talisman, which is a spiritual wisdom. It's wisdom of a practical, intellectual, and spiritual sense to guide you on this path. Use it wisely. You also have this ability that in the earth plane is somewhat rare. It's growing in its commonality, but it's still rare, which is the ability to see patterns. Pattern recognition is huge. Pattern recognition is one of the essential elements to creating change, to elevation, and to evolving. It takes pattern recognition. Everybody doesn't have pattern recognition, but you have a strong dose of it, and it's getting stronger wisely, okay? And how to work your light. Recognize that you're being called to journey. Go through this life with that light that you have, with that wisdom, and apply it, okay? They want us to be aware that we are on the narrow pathway. We must tread thoughtfully. If we don't step wisely, hold on to what we know, hold on to the side rails. In other words, hold on to what we know as we move forward. This could equal peril. Everything could come crashing down, because you could fall down. They also want you to recognize that, it's not about the ego stuff. It's not about the ego stuff. This is not about letting it go to your head and, well, I'm better than you. It's not that energy at all. It's not being in that energy. You're not here to be someone's hero. I heard, I need a hero. I need a hero by the end of the night. He's got to be strong and he's got to be swift and he's got to be fresh from the fight. You're not here to be somebody else's hero. You are the savior for yourself. And if you are the supporter, if you're to be a benefactor in somebody's life, that's going to be so spiritually guided. You don't have to doubt it. So things to assist you on staying on the narrow path is let justice do its thing. You already know, because you're not sitting here with the weight and the burden of feeling guilty and doing dark shit and hiding and lying and stealing and deceiving, cheating and all that shit. So you've deemed yourself innocent. And justice is on your side. Let that happen. Okay. Also, you know, abundance is coming to you and through you. You know, you have wealth. You know that wealth is not just rated by your bank account, but you assist yourself in sitting in that wealth energy over and over and over again. I have so many messages channeled through. So I get up here and I create every day. I have so much art to do. So I'm always doing the art. And so what is this for you? Abundance. Keep paying attention to your abundance and then acknowledging that it's abundance and allowing that to show up in so many ways. Okay. Now, the other one was the intuition. And the intuition talking about you had to learn how to interpret it. Sometimes it was guiding you towards things. Sometimes it was guiding you away from things. And there were many times when you misinterpreted the meaning and you went towards something that you were meant to leave. Because of those experiences, you now better have, it's like you've received the key of understanding your intuition. When you can't see something, you know now to turn and trust your intuition. So we're going to read your alpha and omega messages, and then I'll pull you a personal yes or no answer to your personal yes or no question. So go ahead and prepare those while we do our alpha and omega messages. Healer of emotion. It's a time to follow your heart and feel the fullness of your emotions. You may feel so compelled to nurture others that you forget to care for yourself. Flashes of intuition provide you with incredible insights. You or another person is kind, tender-hearted, loving, and trustworthy friend. Awesome. And dear you, the simple yet powerful law of cause and effect means everything is in relationship. Every action on earth has consequences. And even in the spirit world, there is a consequence for every action taken on your behalf. Right now, you're facing conditions that were set in motion by past decisions. Consequences are coming into being in your favor. They will remind you that making good choices and listening to your intuition pay off. You are facing, if some things are a little off and uncertain, know that whatever you are facing, you can step beyond it just by using your imagination and acting on that instead of reality is being presented. Everything you think and do has far-reaching reverberations in the web of life. Move to higher ground and have faith that what goes around comes around. The universe is always self-correcting anyway. Isn't that amazing? How we adore you. Perfect. I love the way the messages of the Alpha and Omega came out because they totally were in alignment. And that is a beautiful bow for this message. So thankful and grateful for your beautiful presence. Thank you for hyping the videos, liking the videos, commenting on the videos, sharing the videos, subscribing to the channel, all the things that you do. Thank you for your love donations. Choose me for your personal consultations too. You can look below the video in the description box for that information. Let's get your personal yes or no answer. This will work once for all of you. I only have to pull the card once and you will all get the answer you need because the accurate answer for you was determined by the way you asked the question and your soul team was on board. And the more you interact with this channel, the more your spirit team knows you're ready. So here we go. Let's see what we have for you. Is the answer yes or no, yes or no, yes or no? Okay. Today's answer is no. So this is what I have for you today. So thankful and grateful for your beautiful presence. Until next time, I absolutely love and adore the part of me that aligns with you. The golden thread that should call. Why you mess me up? That's so rude. Don't interrupt me. Don't interrupt me. That was rude. The golden thread that shines all the way through, called love and peace and happiness. And in the meantime, in between time, you could treat yourself here at LPHtarot on YouTube, TikTok, below the video in the description box. Until next time, sending you so much, okay? Kamsahamnida. Gracias. Little baby.